Hello students, let us start with our chapter polynomials. So as you have studied in your previous classes about the polynomials are basically algebraic expressions of the form an xn, an minus 1, xn minus 1 plus so on up to a or a naught, where an minus 1, a0 are the constants, xn minus 1 and so on are the variables, and they are connected here with the basic mathematical operations. So our basic motive in this chapter is about the zero of the polynomial. What does the zero of a polynomial means? Zero of a polynomial is that value of x. In simple you can say it is that value of x for which y is 0, or the value of variable, or you can say it is value of variable for which the polynomial vanishes itself. Means suppose I just have taken a polynomial f of x, let it be as x square plus x plus 1. Then you have to find out the value of x for which it is 0. If I substitute f of 0, then it will be 0 plus 1 not equal to 0. Means 0 is not the zero of the polynomial. That is not necessary कि 0 will always be the 0. It can be any number. It is not necessary that 0 is a 0 value. So let us start with our very first exercise now. Let me to share with you your very first exercise. First of all, here is your first exercise. The graph of y is equal to px are given, and you have to tell about the number of zeros for these graphs. Basically you need to find out the number of zeros. Yes, your very first graph is of the form, like here is your x-axis and this one is your y-axis, and this is the line they have shown. So is there any zero for this or not? Yes, as we have discussed, zero polynomial means at which it vanishes, or simple meaning कि how many times it touches x-axis. Because if we talk about the any point or coordinate of the point on x-axis, then coordinate of point on x-axis will be of the form x comma 0. Means if we mark equal points, then this point is 1, but it's taken as basically 1 comma 0. Then this point will be 2,0. Clear? So basically the line is parallel to x-axis, means this graph don't have any zero, or simply you can mention no zero. This is your first part. Then come to your second one. I'm just drawing the graph for you. The graph is of this form. Yes. Now how many times it touches x-axis? It's crossing the x-axis or touching the x-axis at one point. It means it have 1, 0. Then come to next part. You simply need to check how many times it's crossing or touching the graph. Let me draw first the coordinate axis. This is x-axis, this one has y-axis. Then your next graph is of this form. And how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3. So there will be basically 3, 0. Then come to your next graph. Next curve is of the form like this, and your curve is given of this shape. It touching the x-axis at 2 points. It means how many zeros are there? It has 2 zeros. Then come to your fifth part. Meanwhile, you can observe the graph. And graph is of this form. So how many zeros will be there? You can simply count the zero, how many times it touches the x-axis. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it will have how many zeros? Yes, it will have 4 zeros. Then next, here is your x-axis. This one is your y-axis, and your graph is given like this. Then what will be the number of zeros in this case now? Yes, if it is simply touches at this point, then the number of zeros will be 2. So it has 2 zeros, but I haven't counted this point. The total number of 0 instead of 2 are 3 zeros. So this was simply the concept of number of zeros. It doesn't depend upon the y-axis, how much time it's crossing y-axis. Then you have to simply check about x-axis, whether it touches or crosses x-axis. That will give you the number of zeros. Then let us start with the exercise 2.2 now. Let me to share the question number 1 first of all with you. Yes, here is your first question. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. And then you have to find out the relationship between zeros and coefficients. The very first question is x square minus 2x minus 8. So first of all we need to factorize it. So here product of zeros is minus 8, sum is minus 2. You need to find out the numbers whose product is minus 8 and sum is minus 2. Yes, what will be the numbers? The numbers can be minus 4 and 2. Then it can be written as x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. Take x common. So x minus 4 plus 2 x minus 4. Now x minus 4 is common, you can take it out and then you're left with x plus 2. Now equating to 0, equating this value to 0, x minus 4 into x plus 2 equal to 0. What does it means? Either x is equal to 4 or x is equal to minus 2. Therefore, zeros are, one is 4 and second one is minus 2. If I put x is equal to 4 here, this will become 4 minus 4, 0, means the whole value will become 0. If I put x is equal to minus 2 in this one, you will get whole answer will be 0. Clear? So we have got the zeros of the polynomial. Now we have to verify the relationship between zeros and coefficient. So first of all, consider standard equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c. Now compare these two equations. It means here a is 1. What about b? B is minus 2 and c is minus 8. Now sum of zeros, zeros are 4 and minus 2. So minus 2 plus 4, that is equal to 2, and find out the values of minus b upon a. What will be the value of minus b upon a? It will be 2 also. Hence it verifies the sum of zeros is equal to minus b upon a. Similarly, find out the product of zeros. Yes, minus 2 into 4, it is 8, but you have to mark here negative sign. Then find the value of c upon a. So c upon a is minus 8 upon 1, means minus 8. And product of zeros is equal to c by a, and that this relationship is the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients that we have to verify. Then let us start with the next part now. Then second one is four s square minus 4s plus 1. Yes, first of all factorize it. What will be the product? Product will be 4 and sum is minus 4. You have to find out two numbers whose sum is 4 and sum is minus 4 and product is 4. So what will be the numbers? The numbers will be minus 2 and minus 2. Minus 2 into minus 2 will give you 4, and minus 2 plus minus 2 will give you minus 4. Now start your work. Just break the middle term. Minus 4s. Minus 4s can be written as minus 2s plus 1. Take out the common value. The 2s is common. You are left with here 2s minus 1. The value in the second bracket must be same. 2s minus 1 I just have taken here. So it means I need to take out minus 1 out. 2s minus 1. 2s minus 1. You have factorized it. Now comparing it with the, equating it with 0. Equating to 0, you will get 2s minus 1 equal to 0, or 2s minus 1 equal to 0 means s is equal to 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 from both the cases. So these are the zeros of the polynomials. So zeros of polynomial are 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Even this one you can solve by using the identity a minus b whole square. Now come to the next verification. Now first of all we need to find out sum of zeros. Sum of zeros, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 will give you 1. Then you need to find out minus b upon a. Yes, for minus b upon a, what is the value of a, b and c? If you can't write directly, you can compare it also. Compare it with the equation. You can consider this is the standard equation, ax square plus bx plus c. It means a is 4, b here is minus 4, just compare the coefficients, and c here is 1. Means a, the coefficient of square power, then with the single and then constant. Yes. Now what about minus b upon a here? So minus b upon a is minus 4 by 4, and I need to take minus sign also outside because here we have a minus, so it will give you 1. It means sum of zeros is equal to minus b upon a. This is the first verification that we need to do. Yes, next we need to do for product. The product of zeros, 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, it will give you 1 by 4. And what is the value of c by a? C is 1, a is 4. Hence both the values are same, means you can say product of zeros is equal to c by a. And with this your second part is also verified. These are the zeros of the polynomial. Here we just have done the verification. The sum of 0 is minus b over a, and the product of 0 is c over a. Let us start with your third part. Here is your third part, 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. You can check this equation. Polynomial is not in the form of standard form. So first of all we need to write down it in standard form. In standard form it should be written as 6x square minus 7x minus 3. Yes. Then what about the product here? Here product is given as -18 and sum is given as -7. Find out the numbers whose product is -18 and 7 with negative sign is its sum. So 9 2s are 18, but 9 with negative sign and 2 with the positive sign. So just break now. Minus 7x as 6x square minus 9x plus 2x and minus 3. Take out the common value. 3 is common here. 3 2s are 6 minus 3 plus 1, then again 2x minus 3. From both the bracket 2x minus 3 is common, and then next 3x plus 1 equating to 0. What does it means? 2x minus 3 equal to 0 or 3x plus 1 equal to 0. It means x will be, shift the values, transpose it, 3 by 2, and with this you will get x as minus 1 by 3. So here we have got the zeros of polynomial. Yes, zeros of polynomial are 3 by 2 and minus 1 by 3. Now we need to verify. So first of all, consider the standard polynomial, quadratic polynomial basically. Consider ax square plus bx plus c. It implies, what about a here? For this equation, a is 6, b is minus 7 and c is minus 3. Yes, now find out the sum of zeros, and zeros are 3 by 2 plus minus 1 by 3. Take out the LCM. It is 6, 3 3s are 9 minus 2, and this value is 7 by 6. Now what about minus b upon a? Minus b upon a is minus or minus 7 by 6. It is also 7 by 6. Hence we have done first verification. Sum of zeros is equal to minus b upon a. Then come to your product. Product of zeros, that is equal to, yes, 3 by 2 into minus 1 by 3. It is minus 1 by 2. What about c by a? C by a is minus 3 by 6 and it is minus 1 by 2. So means product of zeros is equal to c by a. Hence we have verified the relationship between the zeros and coefficients. Yes, let us start with the next part now. Here is your fourth part. You can check it. You have to factorize now 4u square plus 8u. 4u square plus 8u. So we can do it directly, but is common here. 4u is common, means u plus 2. Now equating to 0. Equating to 0. 4u equal to 0. What does it means? 4 can't be 0. Basically, u can be 0. And secondly, u plus 2 equal to 0 implies u is equal to minus 2. Therefore, zeros are now zeros of polynomial are 0 and minus 2. Now consider the standard equation. Standard polynomial. Consider ax square plus bx plus c. What about a here now? A with u square, that is 4. But about b, that is with the u, that is 8. Now, but about c here, we don't have any term, means it can be taken as 0. Now verify. So what we need for the verification? Sum of zeros, first of all we need to find out. So 0 plus minus 2, it is minus 2. Then we need to find out minus b upon a. Minus b upon a means minus 8 upon 4. It is minus 2. It implies sum of zeros is equal to minus b upon a. Then find out the product. Product of zeros. So zeros are 0 and minus 2. It will give you 0. Then what about c by a? Here c is 0, a is 4, but 0 by 4 is 0. Means product of zeros is equal to c by a. Hence verified. Yes, then come to your fifth part. Hope you have got the concept now. It will be easier for you to calculate each and everything now. Let us do it now fastly. The next is your fifth part. T square minus 15. So we can equate it directly. Equating to 0. It means t square minus 15 equal to 0. Then t square is equal to 15 and t is equal to plus minus. Square will get shifted into square root. But under root 15 square with plus minus both the sign will give you 15. Or in another way you can do it by a square minus b square also. Under root 15 can be written as t square minus under root 15 square. Then a minus b into a plus b, that is equal to a square minus b square will also give you the same result. Yes. Then these are the zeros basically. Zeros of polynomial. One is under root 15 with plus sign and the second one is under root 15 with negative sign. Now consider the standard polynomial. Consider ax square plus bx plus c. What about a here? Here no number is with t square, it means it is 1. But about b, b is minus 15 and c is 0. Is it accurate or wrong? Actually B is 0 because I have to consider the value with x. So B here is 0 and C actually is minus 15. That we need to keep a check also because there is no term with t here. Now start for the next sum of zeros. Sum of zeros means we just have to add these values. So under root 15 plus minus under root 15, and that will be equal to 0. Then you need to find out minus b over a. Minus b over a means 0 upon 1, that is 0. Means sum of zeros is equal to minus b upon a. Now next we have to do it for product. Yes, what will be the product of zeros? Product of zeros means under root 15 into minus under root 15. So under root 15 and root 15, that will make a pair inside the square root and it will give the value as minus 15. Then what about c by a? Here c is minus 15, a is 1, so it is minus 15. It means product of zeros is equal to c by a. With this we have completed our fifth part. Let us start with the last part, that is sixth one of question number 1. It's 3x square minus x minus 4. Now here product is 3 4s are 12 but with negative sign, and sum is minus 1. You need to find out the numbers whose sum is minus 1 and product is minus 12. Yes, what will be the numbers? It is minus 4 and 3. We can break now minus x as 3x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 4. What is common in the first two? It's only x. We can write it as 3x minus 4. From the next we can take 1 and it is 3x minus 4. Means 3x minus 4 from both the brackets can be taken out and x plus 1. Then equating to 0. Equating to 0. It implies 3x minus 4 equal to 0 or x plus 1 equal to 0. It will give you x equal to 4 by 3 and this will give you x equal to minus 1. Means zeros of polynomial are zeros of polynomial are 4 by 3 and minus 1. Now we have to verify the result. For this we need to consider standard polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Now compare these. So it will give you a as 3 but about b as minus 1 and c as minus 4. Constant term in the given question. Yes. Now sum of zeros. Sum of zeros means you have to add 4 by 3 with minus 1. We can take 3 as LCM. 4 minus 3 it is 1 by 3. Then what about minus b upon a? it is minus of minus 1 by 3. So both are same, means sum of zeros is equal to minus b upon a. We need to verify the product also. I'm just writing it here. Yes, but about product of zeros, product of zeros, it is 4 by 3 into minus 1 means minus 4 by 3, and we need to write down c by a. So c by a is minus 4, a is 3, so minus 4 by 3 means product of zeros is equal to c by a. Hence we just have verified the sum of zeros is always equal to minus b over a, and product of zeros is always equal to c over a in a quadratic polynomial.